individual, but is an entity which belongs to the people.
Hello, my name is Attorney Deborah Geraldine Bledsoe Ford. That was my mother, the Honorable Geraldine Bledsoe Ford. She and my grandfather, Attorney Harold Bledsoe, taught me that the courtroom belongs to the people. When I am judge, the courtroom will belong to the people. I am asking you to vote for me, Attorney Deborah Geraldine Bledsoe Ford, for judge of 36th District Court. A vote for me will ensure that the courtroom belongs to the people and everyone will get a fair chance. Thank you.
The Word of Truth Church of God in Christ invites you to attend our 34th Founders Day celebration honoring Dr. Robert E. Garner, PhD, pastor founder.
It's hard to talk about your experience in Christ and not get happy.
The celebration starts on Sunday, May 1st at 5 p.m. with Superintendent Alan Evans and the Open Door Church of God in Christ. Friday, May 13th, 7:30 p.m. Pastor Douglas Butler and the Mayflower Baptist Church. Celebration Day musical guest, May 15th, Sister Lena Starks. Sunday, May 15th at 5 p.m. Celebration Day message from the Bishop Rance Allen, pastor, New Bethel Bountiful Blessing Church of God in Christ, Toledo, Ohio.
To let all of us
Praise the Lord. For more information, call 586-754-9673. The Word of Truth Church is located at 7107 Rivard Avenue in Warren, Michigan.
Wayne County Community College over the past 50 years has evolved into the premier community college.
When you think of how far Wayne County Community College District has come since its humble beginnings.
I am so proud of where the college has gone, realizing the potential of our citizens.
The thousands and thousands of Detroiters who have gone on to careers made possible by the community college, it just makes this city enormously grateful.
Bon Appetit Elegant Catering, elegant at your service. We cater for all occasions. Weddings, birthdays, proms, homegoing service, graduations, family reunions, and all occasions. For the best catering in the Midwest, call Bon Appetit 313-444-5048. Bon Appetit Elegant Catering. Arrow Sewage and Drain Cleaning for residential and commercial service. We specialize in basement drains, tubs, sinks, sewers, starting at $50 for fast service on any drainage problem, 24 hours a day, 7-day emergency service. Call 248-894-0635. We also work on minor plumbing problems, such as leaky faucets, running toilets. Arrow Drain Cleaning Service, working to build a better Detroit.
Ladies, it's going down each and every Thursday in April. Ladies Night Out, Club Rain, 2055 Gratiot, downtown in Eastern Market. Thursday night's going to get a little naughty. Nerdier Thursdays have the ultimate Ladies Night Out each and every Thursday, 9 to 2. For more information, call 866-738-2450. 866-738-2450. Ladies, it's going down. Club Rain, 2055 Gratiot, downtown in Eastern Market. Ladies Night Out. Thursday nights are going to get a little naughty.
Coltech Appliance Sales and Service, 7441 East 7 Mile Road. Over 20 years experience. We repair air conditioners, washers, dryers, ranges, refrigerators. We sell a full line of reconditioned appliances. We service most major brands. We also feature a senior citizen discount. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, call 313-891-4900. Coltech.
Wayne County Community College is a beacon of hope for so many people who can see the impact it's made and that we're celebrating the 50th anniversary and all the good that it's done.
It has been the pathway for so many to obtain a higher education.
Congratulations to Wayne County Community College for 50 years of service to Detroit, Wayne County, and all of Southeast Michigan.
Making education much more available and affordable. 50th year is just the beginning of the first century.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
Seniors, are you concerned about taking care of yourselves and continuing to live in your own home? In-Home Help Agency provides services to keep seniors safe, comfortable, and independent at home so they can continue to live in their home. We help seniors with their activities of daily living like eating, feeding, bathing, grooming, dressing, transferring, mobility, medication, meal preparation, errand shopping, laundry, light housework, companionship, so that seniors can continue to live in their homes. Call us today, 313-874-2000. That's 313-874-2000. We are hiring caregivers. Call now, 313-874-2000. Call now, 313-874-2000. Don't delay. Give us a call right now at 313-874-2000.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you.
Flint, you call the mayor. You call the governor. Call us now. Tell us your story. Call WHPR Detroit Live. Comcast Cable Channel 9. 313-868-4336. 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Water crisis in Flint. Detroit wants to hear from you. Broadcasting live on Comcast Channel 90 in Flint and Comcast 91 in Detroit. We've heard from the governor.
Government failed you by breaking the trust you placed in us.
Mayor, city council, state representatives, and others. Residents of Flint, we want to hear from you, the people. Let your voice be heard. Please notify family and friends. We can be seen online at TV33WHPR.com, on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Comcast Channel 90 in Flint, or download our free app, TV33. Flint residents, we want you to call us. Phone lines open from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday. Residents of Flint, we are waiting to hear from you. Call 313-868-4336. Water crisis in Flint. Detroit wants to hear from you. WHPR TV Detroit, a division of Watkins Broadcasting. Simpson's Record Shop, serving Metro Detroit for 49 years in the same neighborhood at 2961 East McNichols Road and Joseph Campbell Street. We specialize in music, gospel, R&B, blues, jazz, and rap. We also carry music accessories, record player needles, and quite a selection of snacks and old school candy. We're good at finding out-of-print items. For more information, call 313-891-2400.
Good morning, good morning. I'm your host, Hassan Aline.
Co-host Kyle Williams.
In Apartheid, Michigan. We still hanging on in Apartheid, Michigan. Let me see. Good morning, you're on the air.
Apartheid.
Hey, what's going on?
You said that right. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm all right. Are you going to get the check? Oh, I thought you were one of the school teachers. They're going to pay you your money?
Hey, I like what the school teachers doing. I hope they just stay committed, man, and just shut the district down. I've been saying this for the longest, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the other thing is that a lot of those teachers, the ones that are, the teachers only work like, well, I say 9 months out the year. They work through the summer. And so some of the teachers, they got 2 payments. You can get paid right then every week, or I think they get paid every 2 weeks, or you can have your money stretched out the whole year. So those teachers that have stretched their money out the whole year, they stole their money. That's fraud. They need to go right now to the police, make a complaint, and then go to the prosecutor's office. You know, they get the money. They say, oh, we found your money. It's a computer error.
Right.
Yeah, they can do some things now. When you steal money, you know, they got to do something.
That's good. That's good. What they need to do is have an audit, just like with the city demolition. You know, the feds investigated. They need to audit.
Oh yeah,
audit everything.
Well, something's gonna happen.
It'll come out. You know, because they set up there. I don't know. Well, I know y'all heard about it last month. They said they passed that bill for $47 million, supposed to take care of everything for the rest of the school year, and they turn around the other day and stab them teachers in the back like that. Told them that bald-faced lie, say they about to Judge Rhodes. I don't even like to say judge. You know, emergency manager set up there and said that they're gonna run out of money.
Well, that's Stephen Rogue. He's a rogue judge.
That's the same. We're talking about the same guy that led the
yeah, we talk about the same crook that was over the bankruptcy. Absolutely.
The same judge that wouldn't allow certain testimony.
Same one. Absolutely. Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You too. Caller, you on the air?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Tyrone. What's happening?
Yeah, over the weekend after I talked to you, I tried to pull up with Google what was the purpose that they put on the ballot when we voted for the 18 meal school operating tax. And they blocked it completely out. I couldn't pull it up, and I've got to call some of the so-called state representative we got and find out from them what was the purpose of that. Because the reason I want to looking at that, the teachers are striking because they want to get paid, but I don't want them to use my tax money to build another school district. So therefore, the law says that once we vote and for something, all ballots that we vote for, it's got to have a purpose. It's got to say, well, we want 18 meals because to operate the school.
That's what it's used for.
Not to pay debt. Not to pay debt. Operate the school. And they just decided we're gonna use it to pay debt. No, the law says that. So since the law says that, we need to know what was the purpose, and then we need to tell them, no, you're not going to take our money and pay for no debt with our money, and therefore to build down have a white school district in District 5. You're not going to do it. That's our input in this struggle that the teachers are striking about. We got to have a say in that. And I think that if we look that up and everybody says, no, you cannot take our school operating, look at your tax bill, school operating meal, that's your money, taxes, and use it to pay down no debt. And at the same time, when you look at your bill, I want you to see something. They got on there school debt. That's bond debt. All debt is by bond, and we already planned the debt.
Absolutely.
So now they're going to tell us we're going to pay another debt, which they can put all of it on the citizens, and they got a clean slate with a white school, and then we will not be able to finance the schools in the neighborhood, and won't be no schools for our children, and the teachers don't know. It won't be no school for them to teach in, and neither no school for them to draw a pension from.
That's the way it seems.
So I want you and Carl's help on this, so we can first legitimately file a lawsuit, because you all are better at that than me. And once we get the purpose of why we voted on this 18 meal, and then once we do that, then we're going to spread around town. No, and then we can join the striking teachers with thousands of homeowners in here and shut this whole shut this whole thing down.
All right. Well, we'll look for you out. You'll be out here tonight, won't you? WHPR?
Where is it going to be? Okay, I'll be over there tonight.
Okay. 6 o'clock.
Okay, now.
6 o'clock. That's everybody. All right. Thank you. Caller, you on the air?
Yeah, good morning. This is First Ward City Councilman Eric Mays calling from the city of Flint. I was asked to call in, and so...
good morning, Mr. Mays.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've been listening to y'all talking, and I like what I'm hearing. It's wise people out there, sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, we trying to be like you, Councilman Mays. We want to fight back and talk truth to power. We don't want. Hey, we don't want to get put in jail for speaking at the council meeting, though.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it gives you a little time to read, get it together, and you know, sometimes you go to jail and you work it out later.
Oh yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Councilman Mays from Flint, Michigan, and he was the only person on the ballot at one point running for mayor in this last election. Am I right?
Yeah, and then Governor Snyder, Cali, and the legislature changed the ballot and put others back on, and we know the history from there. They said we cannot let this guy win. He's been problematic to our emergency managers. He's been a handful, and so I'm listening to y'all talk about emergency managers, Judge Rowe, the schools, and so they all got a handful down there, and we've got a handful down here. The president will come in and powwow with us tomorrow. Let's see if he really pay attention to what they're trying to do to black folks in the state of Michigan.
Okay, now you are a recently appointed member of that KWA board, Water Authority?
Yeah, reluctantly, the mayor asked me to sit on that board with her after we got rid of the get-along former mayor. We still got some council members that we need to switch up next year, but I told her, well, okay, I'll do it for you. And so now I'm a new member of the KWA Water Authority board, asking the hard questions. You know, I believe this whole thing with the Great Lakes Water Authority and KWA was the plot to take over control of water between two cities. And so we control water, Detroit and Flint, and they wanted part of our greatest asset. Well, one of our greatest assets.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, What counties and cities are part of that KWA? I know what the Lenawee County is one, Genesee County, and the city of Flint. What other?
Well, not Lenawee County, Sanilac County.
Oh, Sanilac
County, Genesee County, and Flint.
Now, do they pay? Do you say Sanilac County? What's the other one?
Pierre County, Genesee County, and the city of Flint. And Flint is in Genesee County. So
right.
We talk about that as well.
So you're paying twice. You know they say that if Flint doesn't pay the water or pay the bonds, then Flint is going to have to take over. But Genesee County, Flint are the largest population in Genesee County. So the people of Flint are paying twice for the water.
Yeah, you could look at it that way. And they building a Genesee County treatment plant. We've got a Flint treatment plant. And I asked the question, if Flint is in Genesee County, then really it's not Genesee County's treatment plant. We are a part of that. So everything that's a part of Genesee County is really, in my opinion, a part of Flint. And so we'll continue to try to get them to understand that. You caught on to it pretty fast.
Oh, yeah, because you got to pay that money out twice. They're doing the same thing here in Detroit, Wayne County. Detroit is the biggest group, but everybody else wants to tell us what to do. You know.
Yeah, under emergency manager law, we own the pipeline connection from Detroit to Flint, and so now they done took that, and so now the county owns the pipeline connection from Detroit to Flint. I'm telling them now we might need to look at getting some of that stuff back. They come in, they sell off your assets, break union contracts, shrink government, so forth and so on, and we'll see how far we get. Flint, Detroit, Pontiac, Ben Harbor, Highland Park. This has been a mess.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got some callers on the line to see if any of them want to talk to you. They didn't know you were coming on, but let's take a call. Caller, you on? You on with former Councilman Mays, Flint, Michigan?
No, current Councilman Mays.
Oh, you current councilman?
Yeah, they couldn't get me. I'm still standing.
Okay, I thought that. Okay. Hey, well, look here. You really giving those people the flux up there because the paper want to act like you the former councilman. That's what they said.
We win, and we the architect of change.
Okay. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Caller, you on there? Caller.
Good morning, Brother Hassan.
How you doing?
Oh, peaceful. Good morning, Brother Carl.
Good morning.
Brother Hassan, Brother Carl, the information and all what you all are saying over these airways. You're bearing witness to what we was taught over 80 years ago by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and what condition we would be in this day and time.
Okay.
And you're only making what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us to come true, and that is understand that all that we do, these people are not going to change. These people are not only poisoning the people in Flint. They're doing it through vaccinations. They're doing it through the fluorization and chlorine. They're doing it through the chemtrails. They're doing it through the GMO foods, and we are at war, and how long will we sit on the sideline and come to the realization that these people are all centered around killing us? And when you think about it, Hassan, all the debt, understand, far as in this country, it's going toward the deficit, which is over $19 trillion. And that's what I have a problem with most of these politicians, that they get in office and they claim they're going to do one thing, and they get in there to take that oath, and then they don't expose the fact that everything is tied to the deficit. It's not going to change, Brother Hassan, because everything is tied to the $19 trillion debt that grows every year more and more. They're making us pay for it. And when it comes to us, we are the last. And so we handle the burden of most of this debt that this country is in, Brother Hassan.
You absolutely right. You absolutely right. When they talk about cutting folks off of changing the Social Security, they talking about black people. They're not talking about the white folk. They're talking about black people not getting Social Security. Black people have to wait to 70 years old to get on Social Security. Social Security historically was never intended for black folks. And you may say, how did you say that? Because when President Roosevelt signed that bill, it said no domestic workers will get Social Security or shall, no farmer, agricultural workers. 90% of black folks were down on the farm in 36. In the 30s, we were on the farm.
And you're absolutely right, Brother Hassan.
So they didn't intend for us to get Social Security. All right, I appreciate that call.
You all have blessed day. Love you, brothers.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, we'll take another one, Councilman Mays.
Okay, when I came, was invited down to Savior's Day, and they took me up on the 70th floor of the GM building, the Marriott, and I sat with Minister Farrakhan. He said something profound. He said, Councilman Mays, remember this. They can't take nothing from us. So it's in our mind. We must do the things necessary in order to show them that they can't take stuff, and we hold on to what we got. The sooner we learn that and act accordingly, the better we are. So no, I want to be clear. They couldn't take my office. They tried. Some of them are gone, being prosecuted as we speak, and we can win.
All right.
Agree with you 100%.
That's good. Caller, you on the air. Hello, caller. Caller, are you there? Well, the caller hung up. I guess he was just listening. Now, what about this water that's coming from Flint? We got a hold of some papers, some documents, that one of those studies, and they said that Flint, when the pipeline comes through, they're going to be giving or selling blended water. They still going to be selling water from the Flint River.
No, that was the old plan. It's a new guard. You know, you got Councilman Mays, Mayor Weaver, Councilman Mays. We are putting some of the brakes on that. We are now asking the questions, can that water travel miles and then be treated? You know, I think if you look at Detroit's treatment operation, they treat more closer to the point of intake. It's some hard questions that's got to be asked on this $300 million pipeline. We've had investigators now asking us, do we think that the KWA pipeline motivated the use of the river water? They're not only looking at officials at the MDEQ, city officials, the governor as it relates to these investigations and prosecution. They even exploring contracts and the motivations and the people involved with the KWA. Let's just wait to see. But right now, we are not agreeing to no blending at this point.
Okay, I'm glad of that. Well, that's why we know when we heard you were on the board, then we say, well, let's get him on the station, because we read through that and said, wow, these guys are crazy. They're going to still give blended water. They still want to put the Flint water.
Reluctantly, I'm on the board, but I got a job to do. I remember in the middle of the emergency manager situation when I called Detroit Water and Sewer and talked to Sue McCormick, and no official from Flint, according to her, had made contact. When I invited her down to try to keep a relationship with Detroit, they turned her around. I had to convince her to turn back around and show up in that council meeting. I believe that something has happened, because now we are back with Detroit when they said we wouldn't. And so right now I'm talking and putting on the agenda for you have the alternative.
Well, we read something about that. Ladies and gentlemen, what he's saying, that when Sue McCormick she was the director of the water department at that time?
Yeah.
And she went to Flint, and the council and the mayor, that was Mayor Wallens at the time, wasn't it?
That's correct.
Mayor Wallens didn't want to even have the woman talk in the open meeting. They didn't want the citizens of Flint to know that Detroit Water and Sewage had came with a proposal to put them back on the Detroit water system, Flint back on the water system at a reduced price. Am I correct?
You are correct.
And they wouldn't let her speak, and you had to get them to let her speak, and then you had to go out there to motivate her to come back in so she could talk to him.
That's correct. And so I got her to put in a slip, and like a regular citizen, they were so trying to keep her from speaking, they wouldn't even let her speak as a professional. So we made headway, and that's a piece of history that's very important. She was even telling them we could do a month-to-month rather than a long-term agreement. So believe me, as the story continues to unfold, now they were reluctant to put on the agenda of the KWA a discussion of a continued relationship with Detroit, and I forced that on the agenda, and that should come up as an agenda item this next meeting, because we have to have a primary source and a secondary source, and we don't want either source to be the river. So let's just stay tuned and see. But I'm telling you, the closer we get with Detroit and the more we know about each other, and we know a lot, but believe me, we got some opportunity. I'm going to see who the president listened to tomorrow, because now I see the governor trying to get involved in it, and I'm saying to myself, look at this guy.
Well, the heat's coming down on him. You got all these, like you say, you got all these investigations, and people don't know. I mean, you know, people here in Detroit and maybe even in Flint criticize President Obama, saying he haven't sent any money. He haven't done this and he hasn't done that for Flint. And we've said it on this show. I said, wait a minute, they got over 100 people in Flint, Michigan, on the ground in the health department, looking for the all those different children. And they brought the money in, and what people don't know is it's matching funds. The state have to match the money. And he had leaned over. You might well say President Obama had bent the rules, because there's over $500 million in the state of Michigan's rainy day fund. The state of Michigan have the money to fix most of the problems. They haven't put any money for the pipes in. What, $2 million? How much money did the governor put in for those pipes?
$2 million so far. We got another $30 million to give credits for bad water that we had used dating back to 2014. $32 million, $500 million in the surplus, and then $500 million in the rainy day fund. $1 billion he has access to. We fighting to get $200 million or so. They broke it. They need to fix it. The president, look at the appointment for the Supreme Court. The legislature, the Republican legislature, controls appropriations, so forth and so on. The guy out of Utah blocked some money. Peters and Stabenow got a bill moving. The president is smart enough to know that if the money is moving through Congress and he come here tomorrow, then money might follow shortly. He timed that. He invited the mayor to the White House. So, I don't listen to those who don't understand the legislative body and the executive branch. And so, I just listen and look, and I continue to strategically maneuver. And so sometimes we have to put everything in perspective and do what we have to do strategically. And that's what I call politics. We have to be professional strategists.
Well, you're right. You're right, because who was that? Mr. Wash, Glenn Wash. He always say, well, we're playing Chinese checkers while they're playing chess. They moving 3 and 4 moves ahead of us. And you're right.
Stick together. We turn on each other and criticize each other. Some of us need criticizing. You got folks that look like us who don't think like us, but when you get like minds together and you branch off in the committees and everybody do their expertise and then come back together as one, you can pull off miracles. I believe that the city of Flint is pulling some off. I know I'm one of the architects, and so, you know, I know how the strategy to declare the state of emergency came. People need to read Public Act 390, which is the statute that allows you to declare a state of emergency, and so far the strategy is working.
Oh, yeah, we read it. We got a copy of it here. We got lucky and got a copy of it and read it on the air and explained some of the things to the people. And that's how they found out that the governor hasn't even declared a state of emergency, even though he said, I saw in the law, it said that the state, that he said that the county had to, and it said or. So that the affected area, meaning the city or the county, could declare an emergency. That man has dragged his feet all the way.
All the way.
Brother Hassan and Brother Kyle Williams, y'all are pretty sharp. I'm liking this conversation from Flint to Detroit. It seems to be some intelligent people calling in, and it seems to be some intelligent hosts. What is this, Hood Research?
Well, ours is H&R Legal Issues, but we're part of Hood Research.
Okay.
So this is Hood Research. We're part of Hood Research, but we got our own show.
Okay, I'm learning. I was talking to DD. He asked me to call in, and so believe me, we got all the things necessary to educate the masses and move forward. We've got TV, radio, print media, and we just got to use it effectively, and we have to tackle one issue at a time. That's what I'm trying to keep them focused on Flint. Right now, we get money that I see coming for replacement of lead service lines, but I'm telling them right now as we speak, if you don't get money for the general fund for other operations in the middle of this emergency, you're going to miss the boat. You can't just get money to fix pipes and don't get money for other things as well. So we working, and so that's the new strategy as we move forward. I'm trying to zero in on general fund money as well.
Okay, well, what about that, what do they call it, Carl? It's on the tip of my tongue, but they owe the Flint money, the revenue sharing money. Yeah. You know, that you can get the past revenue sharing money that the governor didn't want to give Flint, and he didn't give Detroit any money, or Inkster, or Benton Harbor, but the law says that those revenue sharing money is unrestricted funds, and he has to give them out 4 times a year, and they got the dates. We just don't have that with us now. Did you bring it, Carl?
No, but
yeah, I call the revenue sharing money okie doke. You know, we do revenue sharing state funds, tax money coming back to cities. He took about $55 million at one time from the city of Flint, about $300 million from the city of Detroit, so forth and so on. He took revenue sharing from these black Democratic strongholds.
Absolutely.
And now he boasts a $500 million surplus on our backs. He created the emergency financial stress on the cities, then brought a dictator in to take our democracy. So we wouldn't have maybe even had a financial stress situation. In some cases, if you look at it, he created that in order to put his people in and take over government. So, you know, believe me, I'm looking at the prima facie finding in federal court that says white cities with similar financial emergencies didn't get emergency managers, but 52% or so of the black population, the Democratic stronghold, got financial emergency managers after he took money from us. So believe me, we've got to beat this guy. We've got to know what we're doing, and we got to deal with them judges who won't grant us relief and keep it moving.
That's right, and they're Republican too. Let's take a call. Caller, you on the air. Hello, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. You're on the air with Councilman Mays.
I just want to say that I'm enjoying the conversation by the three wise men this morning. I'm enjoying everything. You guys are so on point, and the information is important for us to get and understand ourselves. But understand this, that the crises that continue to go on to black and poor, it's because they've already, if you want to get out of the box of thinking, they've already made us awarded to the states when they took the birth certificates. So if anyone out there listening, you can look up how much your birth certificate is worth. We are meant to be nothing but debt slaves, and the oligarchs is constantly playing all their Ponzi schemes to make sure that we are forever in debt. So we can look that up as well. It's a shame, but hey, it's another fact that we need to study and research. Thank you for taking my call, and I'm enjoying the three wise men this morning.
All right. Thank you for making it here.
Okay.
Hey, Brother Hassan.
Yes.
I had a call come in from Billy Sims, Heisman Trophy winner, former Lion, and they've been doing a lot of research. $300 billion that the Chinese want to invest, 50% ownership with them, 50% ownership with us. You know, the overall scheme of things, we got to start owning plants and businesses and do what, you know, the system tell us to strengthen our own tax base.
You're right.
So I really enjoyed this past week or last week when Mr. Sims came in with his crew, and we got to continue as we fight these powers to be and speak truth to power. We still got to look at owning and operating and so forth and so on. Minister Farrakhan preaches that. I preach it. Billy Sims and them seem to catch on, and we've got to keep it focused with our young and old alike.
You're right about that. We definitely got to own something because they're trying to strip everything from us.
Yeah, they want us to think jobs, and we got to think bigger than that. We got to think ownership of plants and high rises and everything. So I think we'll get it together and we'll keep moving in this 21st century. But it's all there, and we just got to make sure we hold on to it because they can't take it.
Okay, let's take another call here. Caller, you're on the air.
Come on.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, something on my mind, man, and I got to get this off my mind. I'm glad that y'all. Said. I call him Congressman because he's a congressman to me. Congressman Mays.
Right, Councilman Mays from Flint.
Councilman Mays, yeah. He said the brains. He liked the brains. He liked the conversation. We need to collaborate. And I've been saying this for a long time. You know, there's only two people here in the city of Detroit who's really on our team, should I say, who's looking out, you know, for the interests of democracy and the black people here in the city of Detroit.
Okay. Well, that's where you come in. That's where you come in.
No. Hold on. And those two people are you guys. Now, what I'm about to say, I'm not trying to promote. I'm trying to collaborate. But the other party, when I mention this, they think that I'm trying to promote. I'm not trying to promote. I'm trying to collaborate, just like Mr. Mays just said. This other person is Miss Gaddis. I don't know if y'all know her, but she comes on too. I think y'all should try to collaborate because the information that y'all have and the information that she has, if we put this together, collaborate, hey, we could turn everything around, guys. That's been on my mind. And with Councilman Mays said that, I say, hey, let me say it now. So that's what I've been trying to say all along. And every time I mention it to her, she cut me off because she think I'm trying to promote. But if Mr. Mays, if you talk to her, let her know it's not about promotion. It's about collaborating. Maybe you could talk to her and get Brother Hassan and Brother Williams on her show to bring out a lot of this information. Because really, y'all are the only two people here in Detroit that's fighting for us.
Well, we appreciate that, but other folks are fighting in their own way. That's what we are saying. Everybody is doing it their own way.
As far as fighting, putting the information out, as far as on the airways. Now, like you say, there's a lot of people out here, fighting for us. I give them that. But the main two are you two.
Well, we're trying to be strategic in our information.
But it's good information that we need. And I just, I figure if you with that information and this information, it just makes the brain much more powerful.
Absolutely.
And we need all the power that we can get right now to defeat this power that we're up against. This Republican power that we're up against.
Okay.
So I just wanted to put that out there, man. I wish y'all could come together and collaborate.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Yeah, I hear what the brother is saying. It is a combination of collaboration and promotion. And the promotion has something to do with promoting people, whether they're elected or appointed, or whether they're community activists, or whether they're community leaders, whether they're talk show hosts. You have to have people who can speak in plain language and don't bite their tongue and make it clear. So you have to promote certain individuals as the leaders, and you have to collaborate with people of like minds to make it plain to the masses what we're trying to do. And you have to stick with an issue and get it done.
Well, you're right on that. You can't give up on it. We cannot.
No, you got to do it quick. You got to do it in our lifetime. Time is of essence. You don't have time to keep jumping from one issue to another. If we gonna deal with building plants and entrepreneurship, you deal with that. If you're going to deal with overthrowing the Republican regime, then you deal with that. Detroit could have helped us a lot. Flint couldn't have did what Detroit did in the last governor's election. I think we missed that by 180,000 votes. When it's time to vote, you have to vote. When it's time to build plants, you build plants. When it's time to fight in court, you fight in court. You break up and you do each thing at its own time, and then you be successful and you get a track record of accomplishment.
Oh, you're right on that. You're absolutely right. Well, what about that, I call it a new corporation council up there in Flint. You surprised a lot of people when Flint filed that lawsuit, when Mayor Weaver filed that notice, intent to sue.
Yeah, Flint is a manageable town because we're a little smaller than Detroit and we kind of know each other. And so Flint is a manageable town, but it's really the twin city, the baby brother of Detroit. What we do in Flint and what we learn from Detroit people, because stand-up for democracy, Congressman Conyers, Brandon Jessup, Pastor Bullock, like I told you, I sat and talked with Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan at Savior's Day. So we get a lot of information, collaboration, and knowledge from Detroit. But when you get back to Flint, it's a manageable town, and we kind of know each other, and you can still get the political, economic spotlight. And so if we can get Flint and Detroit leadership with like mind working together, like right now we got the national and international spotlight, and we got it right now to August. And so we got to make good, because you only get a certain time on certain issues. And so, believe me, I'm meeting you guys now, and it's kind of exciting of the opportunity that I see for us to be successful.
All right. Will you repeat that again about the time we got to do something before August when the spotlight, when you say after that primary, it may change, huh?
Well, it's not the primary. The state and the federal government have extended the emergency for the city of Flint in this water crisis to August.
Okay.
I put them on the floor in council meeting. So believe me, what I'm saying as it relates to the water crisis, we have until August a window to get something done. We don't know if it will be in extensions after August, but in the middle of the water crisis, we still can pull off other things as it relates to trying to expose the wrongs of the emergency manager law. We can also, like I told you about Billy Sims and what I learned with the relationships and the $1 billion of Chinese investment, what I've learned about Detroit and meeting people who can collaborate with us and, help, like the guys say, collaborate and promote. And if we all come together at a certain time, we can pull off things. Like we got the president coming. If the wrong people communicate with him while he's here, it won't be as good. If the right people communicate and he can get the picture, then we can be more effective. And so we'll see what all we can get done with like minds in a short time frame.
Okay, now what would you want the people in Detroit to help you with up there in Flint? I know there's some things beside the water and the filters. We thought about even for the faucets, if they're going to replace the faucets, they need to get the plastic faucets. Most of us look at the plastic faucets as cheap faucets, the cheapies. They cost less than the metal faucets, but they don't have the lead parts in them. So would you need some faucets to be put on along with the filters? If they got the old faucets, they still had a lead in them. And go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. I raised that issue in council meetings. You done had corrosion, tear up hot water heaters. You got inside plumbing, and like you say, some of the fixtures or the lead solder joints. It's more than just the lead service line. So you hitting the nail on the head. But then also, we also have learned about whole house filters. They might range from 1,500 to 3,000 or whatever, and it ain't just in Flint. It would be Detroit as well. We have 31,000 active water customers, and if you do the arithmetic, 1,500 for a whole house filter hookup at the basement times 31,000, you'll see what them millions of dollars cost while they change lead service lines and even afterwards. So I would be an advocate of whole house filters, not for Flint, Detroit, but any community that's affected while they change the infrastructure and lead service lines. So it's a variety of issues, such as what you talked about, filters and pipes. But in the interim, while you changing lead service lines across the state and the nation, I have not heard a lot of talk about the best whole house filters.
Right. And you know what else? What about the people in Flint, the young men and the young women? They can do that work. You don't have to be a plumber to put in plastic pipe. That the unions don't really have any authority over the plastic pipe. They put in pipe, but anybody can put in the glue. It's no soldered lines really in there now that they're going to be put in. So from the service line, from the house, running straight into from the street, running straight into the house, that's all plastic. And then the fixtures are plastic. The supply lines are plastic. And they still want it, when they say $1,500, that's a lot of labor costs, but a lot of the unemployed can be put to work. You know, they can pay them to put that in there now. It's not as hard as people think. You just break a hole in the wall and stick the plastic pipe up through the other end, and you may have to break another hole, and the pipe is 10 foot. You know, it's 8 foot floor to ceiling, and so that leaves a foot on each side. And they make a big deal about it, but anybody that's ever tried to repair their own homes know if you get in there, there's nothing to it once you do it a couple of times.
Yeah, and that's one of the issues that we ran into. The governor tried to send through Rowe Engineering a request for proposal in the city of Flint where they would get one general contract and subcontract out. I told the mayor, look, we need to redo that request for proposal where we can get our own folks, black-owned, and we can train people, and we can make sure we keep some of that money.
That's right.
I've collaborated with people from Detroit, Mr. James Heath, they know about infrastructure. We got V.O. Luster and others here who's licensed to do. But if you didn't watch these guys, they was going to come in. Even at the first, when they was talking about bringing in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, I would rather train and have black folks in Flint who need jobs do that work. This ain't no rocket science. They try to act like it is, and next thing you know, we'll get $50 or $100 million in, and they've been and left and took it out where we could have keep it circulating and train some folks. So, again, Brother Hassan, we on the same page. We just have to make it happen and can't make them let it look like to us that this is something new, rocket science. We got to prove them we controlling it top to bottom.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. You know, this is the fastest hour in television anywhere. We're down on time. We appreciate you coming on, Councilman Mays.
You know, one thing I want to ask you, are you going to be one of the persons talking to the president when he comes?
They ain't asked me to come to a congressional hearing in Washington. Ain't nobody asked me to do nothing. They don't talk to me. Some of my own colleagues on the council was with the other mayor. You guys, Brother Hassan, Brother Carl Williams, y'all done asked me. I done appeared on some shows. I always give my cell number out. Area code 810-922-4860. Councilman Mays. I stay low to the ground, grassroots. I speak when I'm asked. I stay in my lane, but I'm a behind-the-scenes elected official steering a wheel. And believe me, I don't care who speaks to them as long as they get the message right.
All right, we got it. We appreciate you. And we'll talk to you later on. We'll keep in touch.
Okay, God bless you. God bless the city of Detroit, city of Flint. God bless the United States of America. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I'm your host, Hassan Aleem.
Host Carl Williams.
And we're signing off the next Tuesday. Peace.
W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan.